Hey folks, my name is Phil Kopp. I am the CEO of a small startup here in San Diego called Conectric Networks. And we've posted quite a few videos on our YouTube channel. You might see some of my presentations or product demonstrations, and we do a lot of technology-oriented videos to showcase and demonstrate some of the things that we're working on here. And usually I don't get to go on camera for those technology videos. It's an engineer, someone like Simon, who is demonstrating how to use our technology. And those videos have been getting a lot of traction, hundreds and thousands of views actually. So that's pretty cool. The power of social media is really amazing. I just wanted to turn the camera on me and actually sit down for a minute and explain why we have created this technology. Why are we demonstrating a wireless sensor network that can accommodate 50,000 sensors without any type of formal architecting or IT infrastructure that are battery powered and can basically last forever, as long as the sensor or the battery chemistry probably will last. But from a power consumption standpoint, could go 20, 30, 40 years if the sensor would survive that long and the battery would survive that long, which it won't, but if it could. So why? Why are we doing this? And there's a really simple reason for that. The reason is because our business started, and our legacy, our experience for the last 20 years has been developing energy efficiency in large commercial buildings. And there's a lot of problems that come up when you try to install a lot of sensors into a large commercial building. And what we found is that in order to really have high quality automation systems, prediction systems, artificial intelligence, to interact with the people that are using the building in real time, to interact with the energy system that's feeding that building in real time. That's the world that we live in today, effectively. It's a real-time world. Everything happens as it unfolds. And the existing sensors that are in these buildings, all buildings really, from your house, you may have one sensor in your house, a thermostat. You may have 10 sensors in your house if you have a big house and a security alarm system. A big building may have 50 sensors or 100 sensors in it. Simply not enough. Crazy situations that are locally specific to rooms, to zones, and to people in a building may compromise the value of the data that those 50 or 100 sensors are providing. They simply may not be in the right place. And one of the biggest limitations for that is wires. If you look in a building today, 99+% of all the sensors that are in buildings today are wired. And those wires had to be planned during construction, or if they were installed later, came at a great cost. So because they are dependent on wires, those wires may not lead to the right place. So the sensor may have to get installed someplace where it's not useful, where it's not detecting the problem that it was designed, or it's not providing the service or function that it was designed to do. There's nothing wrong with the sensor itself. A temperature sensor is a temperature sensor. It works fine, probably. But where you put it makes 100% of the difference, literally. And if you put it in the wrong place, it's not going to provide any utility or any value. So being wireless is incredibly important. our belief is that basically you cannot solve any of these problems. Artificial intelligence is not a real application in buildings or energy systems if you don't have wireless sensors. Let me give you a really simple example. There is an air conditioning thermostat in a hallway somewhere. And that hallway has a big, huge glass window because it's architecturally pleasing to walk down the hallway and look outside and see, the courtyard, right? But the sun beats down every afternoon in that hallway and it creates a greenhouse and it's really, really hot in the hallway. But along the hallway are rows of many offices, and those offices, air supply is being dictated by the thermostat that's sitting in the greenhouse. That thermostat is going to think that it's really hot, and it's going to start pumping cold air conditioning. And it's going to pump cold air conditioning into all those individual offices. Why? Because when they built the building, it was too expensive to put a wire and a thermostat and an AC zone into every individual small office. It doesn't make any sense. So there's a thermostat in a greenhouse that's pumping cold air into small offices, like this one. And guess what happens? It's freezing cold. It's like 60 degrees in this person's office. And they got to come to work wearing a sweater or a parka. And smart people, what they do is they come to work and they just bring a portable heater with them and they plug it in underneath their desk. And so you have this incredibly inefficient scenario where you have a big air conditioning system pumping lots and lots of cold air into spaces that are then being heated with independent portable heaters at the same time. That's ridiculous. I mean, it's just, I don't want to say a bad word, but it's stupid. So, wireless sensors are the answer to that question because I can put a wireless sensor under everybody's desk in everybody's office. And I know what the individual temperature of that office is. I can see that that office is 65 degrees and it clearly does not need additional air conditioning. I can see that John or Mary, I'm not going to, call any names out. I can see that John or Mary have brought space heaters and plugged them in under their desks in their individual offices. I can do that with a wireless temperature sensor. Here's the problem. That might require a lot of sensors. I mean, think about a big office building, hundreds of offices across multiple floors and different tenants. So, who's going to install all that, first of all? And what kind of network can accommodate 1,000 or 2,000 or 3,000 wireless sensors in a big building? Well, short answer is it's not going to happen. None. There is no technology to enable that. So that's why we created Conectric Networks. And that's why we have this massively scalable, really self-installing system. The installation cost, our sensor may not be the cheapest sensor, may not be the lowest cost sensor in the world. I would say that it's cost competitive and probably lower cost than most major automation companies. Again, I'm not going to name names, but the big ones, the big 4 or 5. So I'm not going to say that it's free, but installing it is free because once you have a Conectric network in your building and you want to add another sensor, you just pop the battery in and stick it wherever you want to put it, and the network will automatically pick it up. Anyone can do that. The same John or Mary that have the space heater in their office, they could even install the sensor themselves. Anyone can do it in like a second or two. So it's really easy, and you can put as many as you need. And if you put a few and then you decide that you don't have enough information, you need more information, you can put more. You could put an occupancy sensor in John or Mary's office wirelessly, zero installation. And you might find that not only do they have the space heater running in there, they're only there 2 hours a day. Now, I can't tell you where they are, that they're not in their office, but I can tell you that they're only there for 2 hours a day. So that's even more inefficient. Now you're running an air conditioner and a heater for 8 hours in an office that's empty for 6 hours. That to me sounds like about 90+% wasted energy that could just be solved with a few wireless sensors or a few thousand wireless sensors, whatever the case may be. So I encourage you to look us up. So I encourage you to think about these real-world situations and look up Conectric Networks and think about how a few dozen, hundreds, thousands of sensors could solve these problems for you. And I'm pretty sure that if we removed all this inefficiency, improved productivity, comfort, environmental health and safety, our energy systems, reduce the cost of energy by making the systems operate more efficiently, it may only take a few billion sensors in the world. I know that sounds like a lot, but think about the cost compared to what it would save. We may be able to improve global economic output by trillions of dollars annually by being more efficient and safer and effective. So think about how many cell phones are in the world today. It's not that much. So please look us up and follow us on our various social media, and I'll probably be making more videos like this, giving examples that we find every day about how our networks can help solve these problems, and more videos about our technology to explain why we've created the network this way, and literally the 20 years of experience in the field installing these things that has led us to this solution. It's really awesome. So thanks for watching my video, and please feel free to reach out to us at solutions@conectric.com, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you may have.